Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutný and today I have for you another exciting game coming from brilliant World Chess Championship match 2023, because after a beautiful fight here at this position, black is down on a clock. He has to play around 8 moves and he got only 24 seconds on a clock. Without any time increment, this is a terrible hard position. Even maybe black's got advantage, but everything is going away after this move or rook d2. Just imagine that black has around 3 seconds per one move. And he played rook d2 and his position is falling down like an old house, because after rook e2, last mistake rook d3. Yes, black is down of exchange, but it was a good compensation, and I will show all variations, all hidden variations later on. But now, just imagine how Ding Liren is unlucky, because he is losing everything, and unfortunately he is losing this game, and his dream to be next World Chess Champion, it's not going to be closely. It's maybe far away than before this game, because now white took on c5 and there is no black's attack and no compensation for missing exchange. Unfortunately, I was such a sad for Ding Liren. He played great game. He was defending difficult position. At the end, he found it way how to claim advantage, and everything gone in a time trouble. That's a chess. That's a chess, and that's why we love a chess. Of course, here check on d1 happened, and now after queen d3, rook f2, and because of this hanging bishop on f6, black is losing everything. Only one move was played in a second, but after rook f4 is here hanging bishop on f6 or nearly checkmate on f7, and black is losing in a one move. After a brilliant fight, he took on c3 and resigned. Only 37 moves was played here, and that was another brilliant chess fight coming from this exciting World Chess Championship match 2023. Ian Nepomniachtchi and Ding Liren are heroes of this match, and I'm sure that people will speak about this World Chess Championship match in the next coming years, and maybe this match is going immediately to chess history as one of the most interesting World Chess Championship match. So now we know what's happened, we know who won, but we don't know how this game was beautiful, and that's why let's watch this game since beginning till end. I'm going to show hidden variation and all chess beauty. Hopefully you are going to enjoy this video, and if yes, feel free or press like and press follow. Made my day. French defense, that was for me big surprise. I can't remember since last time I saw French defense opening in World Chess Championship match. That's a cool to see chess French opening in a World Chess Championship match. Okay, now we are going faster because theory here is deep and long, but I think that bishop c4 not bad. I think that black is okay. Of course, he is a little bit passive, but as usually black is passive in a French defense. Everything is up to this typical bad passive French light squares bishop. If this bishop is behind the pawns, maybe black is suffering a lot, but if this bishop is active, black should be okay. Okay, nothing special happened after knight c6. Yes, Jan decided to destroy black's solid pawn formation, and he took on c6. Okay, short castle, makes sense, and queen e2, bishop b7 and bishop d3. That's a nice move, and of course, first sign that white is going to attack on h7. You know, just imagine that this knight is going one day to e5, a queen is going to h5, and now it's hot around black's king, and of course, it's terrible hot around h7 square. So that's a sign that Jan is not hoping for draw, and he's playing for say advantage, attack or a victory here. Queen c7 happened, why not? And Queen e4. Yes, maybe engine will tell you that this is not the best move, but at the other side, we are not engines, we are humans and we love attack. And everybody knows that in defense, it's not hard to play a blunder. So, okay, interesting move. Knight f6 and Queen h4. One more time, Queen e4, h4, and of course, one day big threats on h7. You know, just imagine that white is playing bishop g5 and black has to decide how he will defend h7 pawn. So this is not easy position to play if you black, but black is going to play nearly the best moves, and now black of course is one of the strongest chess player on the world. So he played c5, bishop f4 and Queen b6. Yes, now is question if white mind or doesn't mind to lose a pawn. Of course, knight e5, that's a beautiful move, because here, for example, is a threat knight d7. And if I'm playing knight d7, that's a fork. And it's hard to take this knight because here is a checkmate. Just imagine that on f6 is not knight. That is checkmate on h7. So knight e5 is doing good job. Maybe to d7 is threat, or even g4. And you know, if you are going to ask your engines, engine will tell you, don't worry, black is okay, but humans and times and pressure and World Chess Championship match all together, I think that the black position, it's not easy to play and it's difficult. But well done to Ding, because he found it good move. Rook d8. Maybe his idea is to sack the exchange on d3. If everything is going badly, he will sack a rook on d3. Okay, rook e1. And now this is interesting position. So, for example, knight g4. The threat, of course, is to take on f6 and checkmate on h7. And I'm absolutely sure that Ding here was ready to play a rook sack on d3 and knight d5 and maybe h5 and h4. And after this exchange, I think that if not black's advantage, this is a good position for a black, because two bishops are giving good chances for black to be active, and who knows if black will not attack white's king in the future. So that was a first dangerous variation, and I'm sure that Jan saw everything. Second variation, it was bishop g5. And the answer maybe here should be rook d4. It's important to see that h6 doesn't work because of knight g4. Yes, just to take on g4, while is taking on e7 and fork. And to take here is a check on f6 and checkmate on h7. So still looks like maybe simple threats. But, you know, difficult position for black to defend everything, everywhere, and not to make a big mistake. So maybe here I think that rook d4 was cool, and here maybe g6 or h6. This position should be good for black, but it's absolutely unclear. What do you think about this position? I think that this position is maybe good for black. Yes, there are no visible threats or attacks. But maybe white is hoping for more. And for this reason, after a good move, rook d8. And I think that all defense, black defense, was around the sack on d3. White played rook e1 with the idea to make a lift, maybe to h3. And I think that bishop a6 is a good move, but maybe c4 is okay for white. For this reason, g6 happened. Okay, now it's nearly possible for white to play everything. Maybe queen h3. One day sack on f7 should be threat. But what's happened? Bishop g5 and rook d4. Queen h3, we are not far from one of the sidelines, and still Ding is playing the best move here. He played queen c7, great. You know, maybe you think, what about this pawn on b2? And I will ask you, what about a bishop on b7? That's a good answer. And that's the reason why black is not taking pawn on b2. And maybe rook d8, not bad. And b3. I think that this knight is jumping to c4. And still maybe this position is unclear. Yes, black is under pressure. And white is trying to just to get more than attack. And Ding played nicely. Queen c7. And now b3. For example, here f4 is mistake immediately because of unpleasant move c4. And now rook d2. And if you're playing World Chess Championship match, you don't want to see a rook on the second rank. And of course, here is unpleasant threat to g2. So c4, it's a move what white has to see and just to be ready for this move. And for this reason, he played move b3. Knight h5 and f4. That's a risky move, and sooner or later, white is going to sack a pawn. Yes, maybe bishop h6 makes sense and seems to be stronger because f7 is weak. Say maybe rook d8, bishop c4, and after rook h4, I'm going to show you beautiful motif, of course, because of help of engines, but here is a sack on e6. Wow, yes, I don't want to blame anybody to miss this variation because that's typical engine variations, but it's good to show you. So say check, knight d6 and knight f7. Okay, if nothing, draw. If something, maybe white is winning sooner or later, but that was nice. Okay, but let's come back. What's happened? f4, and I think that, yes, Jan is going to play maybe a risky variation, but it's good to tell you that Ding is down on time. I think he got maybe 7 minutes or 10 minutes. So, yes, it's a good move to time trouble. Okay, bishop d6, still good. Maybe to take on g5, it's not bad. And now knight f4. And after queen h6, here is a move c4. Yes, the threat was here in knight g4 and knight f6. And how to defend this threat? And that's another variation what I'm going to show you. Hope you don't mind, and if you're enjoying, give me like or give me follow. So say knight g4, f5, knight f6, and another sack. And here is maybe dangerous position, but maybe with black's advantage. Yes, all variations are crazy, but it's good to show everything because this game was amazing. And you know, big respect to both players because they have to see everything. They have to check these threats, variations, and they have to decide what move is the best. A difficult position for white and black, difficult position for white to increase his pressure, and of course difficult position for black to defend all threats. So bishop d6 happened. Okay, bishop d6 happened, and now c3, good, knight f4. So another hard position. Exchange, exchange, take and take. So black Sega exchange, but he got a beautiful compensation, and this dark square's bishop is a superior of this position, and he is super strong. He's a super strong bishop, and because white is playing without this dark square's bishop, it's hardly to believe that white's attack has a chance. And I think that here white's got slight advantage. You know, just imagine that rook h4 happened and doesn't work, because here this move is not a threat. You know, that's only one pawn, but nothing else. And black has time to be active, because he's playing rook d8 with threat rook d3, rook d2, and maybe attack against g2. And I think that here everything changed. Not time, because black is going down with time, but it's not a white who is attacking. That's a black who is attacking. So rook d8, and another good move happened. You know, mistake is to take on h7, because black will take on d3, and finally he is winning because of two bishops are stronger than a rook. Okay, so bishop e4, that was a good move. It's important to exchange one of these dangerous black's bishop. Well done to white, because now he's defending and he has to find the best moves. So after, I think that maybe bishop a6, I don't understand why, but you know, I understand that black took it. And now rook d5, and now white is attacking on h7 again and again. It's a big question, who is defender and who is attacker, and it's a question who is playing for victory, because both players are playing for advantage and victory and full point, and unfortunately only Ding will lose this game. So queen d6, good, and queen e3, h5, g3, bishop f6, and rook c4. I think that all moves here made a sense, and now still I more believe in black's position, because this bishop is a strong defender of black's king, and of course is a strong attacker. You know, is attacking everything everywhere, and this is not easy position. I remember maybe 5 minutes on Ding's clock and maybe 10 or 15 minutes on Jan's clock. So fast chess, time pressure, not easy position, and you know, I think that here everything is possible. h4, that's exactly what I told you. Black is playing for advantage. h4, maybe it's not the best, but it's cool. Okay, white took immediately and rook d2. Unfortunately, we are in our first position. Unfortunately, here that's a mistake. After a beautiful fight, maybe bishop e5, queen f2, rook d2, and now rook d3 with advantage for black, and maybe white has to defend carefully, and maybe at the end will be happy with draw. But that's a history, because what's happened here, it was rook d2, and we remember rook d3, another mistake, maybe rook d5, the last hope, or maybe level position at the end, draw. Fair business, but unfortunately, and I am so sad for Ding, he played after beautiful fight rook d3. And he's losing, because we know that what's happened. And here, rook f4, game over. What do you think about this game? Beautiful game, beautiful fight, and one of the most exciting World Chess Championship match ever. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you saw good video and good game. And if yes, feel free and press like or press follow and made my day. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.